What is happening, Magnus? So the drinker has put up his review of The Mandalorian and Grogu. It says, this movie is utterly pointless. And I know what he means by that because so many fans have said it's way too late for this movie. It should have come out after season 2, if you were going to do that. It doesn't make sense to come out now. Now, I had a good time myself, and I told you guys it would be somewhere between, the feeling for me is somewhere between mid and good. I gave it a 2.75 out of 5, and it seems to be doing well on Rotten Tomatoes right now, and I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes. But specifically, when a movie is controversial, I don't trust them. However, this movie isn't controversial. It's not woke, so I'm kind of like, but it's just a little too late. So let's see what he has to say. He might rip it apart. We shall see.
If apathy were a movie, then that movie would be Mango and Grok. Sorry, The Mandalorian and Grogu. 2 hours and 12 minutes of pure, distilled nothingness. Honestly, it's almost impressive how intellectually, emotionally, and creatively inert this film manages to be. It does nothing, tries nothing, and accomplishes absolutely nothing. I've had more engaging interactions with accounting spreadsheets than I had with Mongo and Gary here. It's a movie that has no good reason for even being a movie. A story that's nothing more than an...
I tell you this, I do wish that Grogu had used more force powers in this. You do find certain scenes where you're like, he could have used the force. He could have used the force to help this particular situation. However, he is a baby. So it's one of those things is maybe he doesn't always know when he should use his powers, when it's apparent, you know what I mean? So...
episode of the TV show stretched out into a feature film, padded out with shameless filler, montages that go on forever, pointless conversations and sterile
That does feel like one long show to me. Some people don't think it does. To me, it did. The show, to me, was very high quality for the most part. I remember when I saw the first season and second season, I was like, looks like a movie. Like, I feel like they put a lot of their budget into that. I've always hated the fact that something like The Flash, right? The Flash series, it looks like a TV show. CW, cheap TV show. Even though it was pretty good, it looks like a TV show. I commended them for the fact that it looked like a damn movie. I liked that. So because it looked like the show, that's fine because the show looked like a movie. Get it? Okay.
Sequences, performances that contain all the passion and energy of a quartering video, and apathetic direction. AI for all I know. Anyway, I'm putting off talking about the plot because really, there's not a whole lot to say. The movie opens with Mundungus and Gravy hunting down former Imperial commander.
Mundungus and Gravy? Mundungus sounds like he's related to Big Chungus, right? Mundungus.
For the New Republic, when
Gravy
first shows up to collect her paycheck. Give them a new mission to locate a mysterious warlord named Janu Coin. The only people who seem to know where to find him are the Hutt twins, and they'll only give that information up if Mando can recover their relative Rota, who's been kidnapped by a rival crime lord and forced to fight in his gladiator pits. Like, why not just torture the information out of them, or hand them over to the New Republic for interrogation, or threaten to seize all of their assets, or carpet bomb their palace into dust? Don't know. Anyway, it's your basic Mandalorian fetch quest. Rescue Rota and give him back to the Hutts so that you can find Coin and arrest him. But then, wouldn't you know it, it turns out Rota doesn't even want to be rescued because he likes fighting in the pits. He doesn't want to follow in his father's footsteps.
I think Jeremy Johns said it was like a extended fetch quest, to where like, you're playing a game and you go do what you need to do, and then you go back to talk to the person that you need to do the quest for, and then they tell you, you gotta do something else. He says what it felt like.
And he plans to make a new life for himself when he's completed his last fight and earned his freedom. Wait, what? Since when do kidnappings operate on a contract basis? And whatever. So Mufasa and George go to Rota's kidnapper and offer to buy him back, but he's like, nah, it'll be fine, because he's planning to have Rota killed in his final fight anyway.
That doesn't make sense.
Wait, what the fuck? Why in the name of Carl Urban's beard would you tell this guy, who clearly has a vested interest in breaking Rota out, that you're planning to kill him? You know he's just gonna go straight to Rota and tell him all this shit, right? But because Rota is completely and utterly retarded, he decides to just go through with the fight anyway, which leaves Mingo with no choice but to fight alongside him to break him out. Oh yeah, and it turns out that the crime lord who kidnapped him in the first place is...
Yeah, it was dumb of him. I was like, why are you doing the fight anyway? Why?
the same fucking guy that Mando's been sent here to find.
You serious?
Well, that's convenient, isn't it? Anyway, with Rota free to go and Coin in custody, the movie ends around the 60-minute mark. That was quick. But wait, there's more. So Muffler and Grog are chilling out back at their base when another bounty hunter shows up and kidnaps him, taking him back to the Hut Twins to be executed for reneging on their deal, leaving the little green guy with no choice but to recruit Babu Frick and stage a rescue mission. I'm not kidding, man. He even has a gearing up sequence with little plastic retard.
I meant to tell you guys that in my review, that he has a gearing up sequence like Commando or like Batman or something like that. It's played for giggles.
Hands. So Gruyere busts Mephisto out, but he gets hurt along the way, so the Green Goblin has to nurse him back to health. Then they both stage an attack on the palace by literally crashing their ship right into it, which somehow doesn't kill them both instantly. Then there's a fight sequence, and they all leap to safety, just as Sigourney Weaver shows up with some X-Wings to blow the place to smithereens. And that's it, that's the plot for me.
You know what I didn't like? They didn't show the X-Wings open up to fire and get into battle. They didn't show them do that. The next scene they show you, they're already open. That pissed me off. I was like, come on, man, I want to see. Come on. But they did show them close when they left.
Some gammon. Jesus H. Christ, 7 years it's been since the last Star Wars movie hit theaters, and this shit is what you decide to roll out with? A completely dull,
I will take it over a Rey movie any day, though. As mid as it is, as people are saying... I know, like, to many people, mid or lower is bad. Because when you spend your money on something, you want it to wow you or amaze you or just, but you don't want to come out of the theater like, I came out of the theater a little more than, but a little less than. That was really good. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I gave it 2.75. But I get it. But I would take it over a Rey movie any day. Continue to give me a series of Mandalorian and Grogu movies over Rey movies any day. Okay?
Predictable, unimaginative, by-the-numbers episode of a TV show that people stopped caring about years ago, stretched out into a 2-hour movie where the world and characters don't advance in any way and nothing of any consequence happens. This is a film that feels terrified of the franchise it's part of, a project that lacks any kind of scope, scale, or ambition.
I like that bounty hunter. He was badass.
Wider events, set up any kind of overarching story or conflict, build up the world, or even hint at what might be going on in the rest of the galaxy. It's just baffling. It's like this movie exists in its own little bubble, completely removed from the rest of the Star Wars universe. I mean, I guess I'll give it the tiniest bit of credit. It doesn't rely on key jangling or member berries, at least.
No.
There's no CGI Luke Skywalker or Princess Leia, no Millennium...
Everyone wanted Luke to show up, and I was hoping he was, but he didn't. So, Yeah. Or possibly... they would have run into Vader by accident, or he was mentioned or something. No. Yeah, but it is what it is.
Falcon or random visits to Tatooine. Shit, man, even Ahsoka, Boba Fett, and Bo-Katan don't even show up.
Nope.
And normally I'd praise a movie for having the balls to leave behind the nostalgia and stand on its own merits. The problem is, Mega Man and Galactus doesn't have any. It's so terrified of doing anything controversial that it does... nothing at all. It's the very definition of safe, corporatized slop content, the kind of thing you might have playing in the background while you doom scroll on your phone. If it was a meal, it would be a bowl of lukewarm tap water. Even the acting and direction is flatter than... sounds completely bored and checked out. He's only on screen for a couple of minutes and he puts in zero effort when he is. Sigourney Weaver clearly does not give a about any of this nonsense and phones in the same performance she's given in basically everything else she's done for the past 10 years. It all adds up to a movie made out of obligation rather than desire, a film that nobody really wanted to make, telling a story nobody was interested in, put out by a studio that's completely lost faith in itself and run out of creative ideas. If this was supposed
Dave
to be
Filoni
Star Wars'
shows up.
triumphant return to the big screen, it is nothing but a damp squib that'll be forgotten in a matter.
But I'll tell you this. I'll take it over The Last Jedi. I'll take it over The Rise of Skywalker. I'll take it over the Solo movie, even though I actually thought that was better than what people were saying. But yeah, I understand why it wasn't a hit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll take it over any Rey movie any day. So I think that'll kind of help give you a comparison of where it lands. But yes, I personally believe that most people are going to call it mid. I think they're just going to... I've heard dudes talking trash about certain girls online and be like, yo, she extra average. It's an extra... I think most people are going to call it extra average. Me, I think it's a little bit above average, but less than really good. You know what I mean? So...
of weeks. And if this is what Star Wars is going to look like under Dave Filoni, well, I would not expect great things in the future. Anyway, that's
I thought it was over. I was like, hey, you gotta say your thing, man.
Go away now.
You sound sad. It's okay, drinker. It's okay. There. Have a drink. All better now? Post your comments down below. Let me know what you think, though. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Was it extra average? Let me know. I enjoyed myself, but I won't be buying it. I'll watch it streaming from time to time, though. It was fun for me. 10 million subscribers. Woo!